Good morning. I hope you all had a very nice Labor Day weekend. This is the Tuesday, September 6th meeting of the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners. My name is Deb Shore, serving as chair this year. To my left is our vice chair, Chris Yoakum, and sitting next to her is Commissioner Rick Vest. On the very far end, Commissioner Sean Flowerday. If you'd please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, if you'd begin the agenda, please.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk staff. Printing options are available upon request. Material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. 1A is approval of the minutes of the Federal Legislative Summit meeting held on August 25th, 2022.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second?
Motion and second to approve the minutes. Call the roll, please.
Best,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Abstain.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention. Next is approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on August 25th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second?
All right. Motion and second to approve the minutes of August 25th. Call the roll, please.
Flowerday,
Abstain.
Best,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention. Number 2 are claims. 2A is approval of the claims process through September 6, 2022.
I move approval of the claims.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the claims. Call the roll, please.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 2B is approval of a claim to Clyde Malone Community Center in the amount of $5,940.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion and second to approve the claim for the Clyde Malone Center. Call the roll, please.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Abstain.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention. C is approval of claim to Clyde Malone Community Center in the amount of $6,669.11.
Move approval.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Best,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Again, I will abstain as my husband's on the board.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention. D are claims, including billing for goods and services beyond the 90-day time period provided in Nebraska Revised Statute 23-135. This is for Mount Talbot Kitchen and Outreach dated August 23rd, 2022, for a total of $12,500, and Executive Answering Services August 25th, 2022, for a total of $189.30.
Move approval?
Second.
All right. Motion is second to approve these bills for goods and services. Call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is a special presentation. This is Commissioner's Award of Excellence for May 2022 to Augustin Fidel, Corrections in the category of Safety.
This is always the highlight of the month. We get to recognize amazing employees. All right, Mr. Clerk, do you have an item you'd like to read into the record?
Augustin Fidel has been selected as the Commissioner's Award of Excellence winner for July 2022. He has worked as a corrections officer for the Lancaster County Corrections since November 30th, 2015. He was nominated by Sergeant Nick Valkasek in the category of safety. In his nomination, the sergeant states, on July 3rd, 2022, Officer Vidal was assigned as a control officer on second shift at the adult detention facility. At approximately 1700 hours, an officer was called on the radio in one of the housing units and was not responding. After the second call with no response, Officer Vidal attempted to contact the officer and immediately accessed the cameras for the unit. Officer Vidal observed that the officer was actively engaged with an inmate in a physical altercation. It was later discovered the inmate had attacked the officer and had detached the officer's radio microphone in the altercation, so the officer was not able to call for assistance. Officer Vidal called an emergency code for the unit to get additional staff to respond and assist with a combative inmate. Additional staff was able to respond and quickly contain the situation and gain control of the combative inmate. Because of Officer Vidal's quick response and attention to staff not responding to radio traffic, he discovered an officer in need of assistance. If he would not have responded as he did, the situation could have ended much worse. Officer Vidal, your coworkers and supervisors appreciate your attention to your surrounding and quick response in emergency situations. For these reasons, we're pleased to award Augustin with the Commissioner's Award of Excellence for the month of July 2022.
So, yeah, I don't know, I can't add any more details than that. It's obviously just a situation where Officer Vidal was being cognizant of the security needs of our facility and the staff that work within it. And we're very appreciative of his actions that day and those of everybody else involved as well. But it's Officer Vidal's day, and I congratulate him on the Commissioner Award of Excellence. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is my great pleasure and real honor to get to present to you with the Commissioner's Award of Excellence today. Your meritorious service to our county, and just frankly, it was through your vigilance and your quick action that one of your team members was able to get assistance when they were in real danger. You are part of the reason that our staff are safe today. Speaking as a former correctional officer myself, I can tell you right now, I know how much it means to have someone having your back in those kinds of situations. I've been that guy before. I've been attacked and had my radio pulled off. Having someone at the master switch, at the central control, watching out, it's a big deal. And I know that your whole team feels safer having you side by side there with them. So thank you for your service. Thank you seriously for your
Mr. Vidal?
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, we have various categories that we award the excellence, and one of them is valor. And this really could be an instance of valor, because you really were involved in a life-saving incident. Had you not been on top of your game and been able to assist the officer in need, who knows how this would have turned out, either for the officer or the inmate. So really a life-saving moment.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well done, very well done. Thank you, sir. I mean, it's just a reminder that the folks in law enforcement, everybody gets up and goes to work. And some jobs, are a little bit less predictable than others. You never know what you're going to be facing on any given day. And this awareness and quick response was best for everybody involved. So thank you. Your reward is to come down here and be the center of attention. But you did bring a couple of
Yeah, I was
folks
going to
with
say,
you
it
this
looks like
morning.
there's some special guests in the back of the room.
Would you want to introduce the guys you brought?
Angel and Joanna back there.
Well, welcome and
My girlfriend.
thank you.
Well, thank you for
very much.
that support means a lot. So, all right. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next is consent items. These are routine business items. They're expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice, unless there is an exception of these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approved of amendments to the following county contracts. C-18-381, Tad, Washington County, Nebraska, to the original agreement that created the Lower Platte Weed Management Area to address noxious and invasive plant problems in the Lower Platte River drainage area. C-18-501 with Bob and Don's Plumbing for end requirements for backflow preventers. C-18-548 with Garcia Chacon Enterprises, Inc. for an on-call guardrail repair and replacement services. C-19-108 with Civic Plus LLC for Lancaster County website design, logo design, and hosting services. C-21-611 with TLC Dry Cleaners for annual service for laundering uniforms. C-21-824 with Maxwell Products, Inc. for annual supply of asphaltic joint sealant. C-17-812 with Ron Turley Associates, Inc. to renew the contract for RTA Fleet Management Software. C-22-288 with JEO Consulting Group for engineering services related to Lancaster County Bridge E38 to add additional design and plan preparation services. C-22-494 with Midwest Mechanical Contractors in Nebraska to extend the contract term for 30 days. C-20-196 with subsidiaries of Enterprise Holdings, Inc. to set forth on Schedule 1 of the Master Agreement for nationwide car rental. Right-of-way contracts with the following: James D. and Tori S. Oldfield, North 56th Street and Branch Oak Road, in the amount of $703. Triple K Platts Agribusiness LLC, Northwest 112th Street and West Holdridge Street, in the amount of $1,043. Michael D. and Michelle L. Gertis, Northwest 40th Street and West Little Salt Road, in the amount of in the amount of $771. Arva M. Umland, trustee of the Hulda K.M. Troutner Trust, South 176th Street and Woodstock Road, in the amount of $272. Miriam Hasselback, Northwest 140th Street and West Mill Road, in the amount of $2,147. Change order number 2 to County Contract C-22-228 with JK Construction LLC for a project overrun. Change order number 3 to County Contract C-22-216 with Constructors, Inc. for for project overruns and underruns. Official bond for Mark LeCamp, County Veteran Service Officer. Received and placed on file the following reports: Clerk District Court and Assessor Register Deeds. Setting a public hearing on Tuesday, September 20th, 2022 at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building regarding amendments to the following: Article 1, Section 6 of the Lincoln Lancaster County Air Pollution Control Program Regulations and Standards, Section 11 of Resolution Number R-20-55, Lancaster County Air Pollution Control Resolution Number R-20-56, Section 13 of Resolution Number R-20-57, and Section 6-15-29 of Resolution R-20-53.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, public hearing. The first one is adoption of the Lancaster County zoning and subdivision fee schedules.
We will open this public hearing on the zoning and subdivision fee schedules. Is there anyone wishing to provide public testimony? Good morning, Mr. Carey.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. David Carey, Director of the Planning Department, 555 South 10th Street. Here before you to have you consider information and changes to our fee schedule for our planning applications. I will note that we did do a briefing a couple weeks ago so that you have been provided this information. I will begin by apologizing that there was a clerical error and the city version of the fee schedule was attached as attachment A to this item on your agenda. So I am going to hand out the correct fee schedule. There'll be 2 of these. One is effective on October 1st, 2022, and the other one is October 1st, 2023, so 2 different stages of these changes. And this is the second one, too. So with that, I will make a note that the numbers are equivalent. So the amount of increase that is proposed, the 5% for each fiscal year, are the same for both the city and the county. So for example, when we look at a community unit plan application, The current fee is $1,005. With the first installment of the fee increase as proposed, it would go to $1,056, and then the second installment would be $1,109. That is an example of what a typical application fee increase would be in this proposed two-year fee increase of 5% each year. And those are the same numbers for the CUP application on the city side of this. So just to be clear about that, and I apologize for the confusion on that. I will note that the same fee changes were adopted by the Lincoln City Council on August 22nd, 2022 as part of their budget process and approval. We are proposing the same fee increases on the county side. We do like to keep them consistent with each other. These are fair increases, given the fact that we have all been experiencing significant increases in our costs, and so we're trying to reflect that. What we've done, and what we started with last year, with a much smaller, but still based on the Midwest Consumer Price Index, we're trying to have these proposed fee increases reflect the actual CPI that is being reflected in the region. So that is where we get to 5% increases over 2 years. In June, the CPI for the Midwest region was 9.5%. So instead of doing one large single increase, we're proposing to do 5% increases. Again, I would note that as proposed, the first 5% increase would be effective on October 1st, 2022, the second on October 1st of 2023. What that does is for the beginning of the city fiscal year, we give a little bit of time, about a month, for the development community and applicants to not have to have that fee increase in place right away. So with that, I certainly can answer any questions you may have.
Okay.
Talked about this. This is really good work, and it's highly appropriate that we adjust the fees accordingly to the changing realities that you all are dealing with as costs. So
Okay.
thank you for presenting.
All right. Anyone else wishing to provide
Thank you.
testimony? Mr. Ward?
Good morning, John Ward, 605 South 10th Street.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. John Ward with Lancaster County Attorney's Office, 605 South 10th Street. I spoke with Mr. Carey as well before the hearing today. The substituted exhibit does not change any substantive thing. There's no change to the agenda language, no violation of the Open Meetings Act. And for item 6A, the new business, the corresponding item for this public hearing, I would recommend a motion to approve the adoption of the Lancaster County zoning and subdivision fee schedules with the substituted Exhibit A by Mr. Carey. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else wishing to provide public testimony? If not, we will close the public hearing and move to new business item 6A.
This is a resolution regarding the adoption of the Lancaster County zoning and subdivision fee schedules attached as Exhibit A.
I would move that we approve item 6A with the substituted fee schedule that was provided by Mr. Carey this morning.
And I would second that.
Call the roll, please.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. The next public hearing is amendment of the Lancaster County General Assistance Guidelines.
All right. Is there anyone wishing to provide public testimony on this item? Morning, Ms. Hoyle.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Good morning, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Lincoln Lancaster County Human Services. And we are required every 2 years to update the general assistance guidelines. The updates this year are just updating the poverty guidelines as established by Health and Human Services, and then the fair market value on rent as established by HUD. So those are the extent of the updates this go around.
Thank you for that background information. Anyone else wishing to provide public testimony? If not, we'll close the public hearing, moving to item 6B.
I
This
move
is-
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Sorry.
This is amendment of the Lancaster County General Assistance Guidelines.
I move approval.
And I'll second.
All right, call the roll, please.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6C is a special designated license application from Foundation for Knowledge District OR-1 for an event at Prairie Creek Inn, 2400 South 148th Street, Walton, Nebraska, on October 1st, 2022.
All right, is there anyone here wishing to speak on this item? Good morning. And this is not a public hearing, so we'll not have to swear you in, but if you would, no, we will not need to. But
Okay,
if you would go
perfect.
ahead and sign in,
Okay.
that would be helpful.
Okay. Hi, I'm Melanie Cheney, and I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Foundation for Knowledge, District OR1. We are having an alumni event at the Prairie Creek End, and it's actually kind of a combined event for 2 years because of COVID. We didn't have it last year, so there's like 12 honor years. Basically having an open house from 1 to 4 during that time, just so that everybody can come and meet and greet. It also happens to be a Husker football game, so I think it'll be probably on the earlier side of the 4 o'clock than it will be the 1 o'clock side. So we're just asking you to approve our liquor license for that.
And who will be providing liquor for that event? We've worked with Prairie
It's
Creek
with,
quite a bit, so.
we wrote the check, so let me look. I wasn't the actual person that signed all this up, someone else did. It's the Doorstep Diner is who's doing all of our stuff.
Okay, good. Yep. Again, another entity we've worked with
Yes.
before. There are a couple comments regarding parking from the county engineer's office.
Yep.
You've seen those?
Yep, I did.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? If not, is there a motion?
I would move approval.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the SDL.
Thank you.
Call the roll, please.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to
All
0.
right, Melanie, thank you for being here.
D is a recommendation from the Southeast Nebraska Development District to award a contract through the Lancaster County Owner-Occupied Rehabilitation Housing Program for project number 5 to Groundworks in the amount of $3,351.36 to lift, level, and poly concrete pad and driveway.
All right, good morning. This is just kind of the next one up for our housing program. So as you can kind of see, it's not a real big dollar amount. So we're slowly just kind of keep moving forward, but this is just the next contract up.
Just happy to see any of it going out.
Yep,
Right.
that's right.
Yeah. Move approval.
Second.
All right, call the roll, please.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to 0. 6E is an agreement with Denton's Davis Brown PC to provide professional legal services to Lancaster County.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is an agreement with Denton's Davis Brown to provide some legal services. It relates to the broadband project that we're working on. There's a need for some leases with internet service providers. When speaking with Mr. Durbin, it became pretty clear that this is a very technical, focused area of legal work. We just don't have that expertise. We looked at some local firms. No one had it either. I reached out to a firm I know in Des Moines, and we made contact with an individual, John Patia. That's what he focuses on, is broadband stuff. Mr. Durbin and Ms. Eckner also met with him via Zoom. I believe they're comfortable with him, felt he does have that knowledge. So we are going to recommend that the board sign this. I did negotiate a lower rate than what they normally charge. He's estimating it's going to cost between $7,500 and $13,500.
From the beginning on broadband, we've been out in the deep water here.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have people who've been there before and know the path.
Yes, they were using terms that made no sense to me at all. And I don't like hiring outside counsel. I believe it's our job as county attorney to provide the legal counsel, but we also have to recognize our limits as well.
Need that expertise.
And
I
this
think
is-
that's wise.
This is a very clear specialization that frankly hasn't been in our bailiwick before, yeah. So.
And these fees are allowable under ARPA funds, correct?
I know Ms. Behrens is going to look into that. I have not heard a response back. Mr. Durbin, do you happen to know?
We'll look at that regardless. We have budgeted money for outside counsel for any items, so either way we'll be covered.
Okay.
I move approval.
Second.
All right. Motion is second to approve agreement with Denton's, Davis, and Brown. Call the roll, please.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is the Federal Equitable Sharing Agreement and Annual Certification Report for the Lancaster County Attorney's Office regarding equitable sharing activity for drug forfeiture funds in the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022.
Is there anyone here wishing to speak on this item?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Call the roll, please.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and county sheriff's department to award and execute a purchase order to Sid Dillon Ford for 6 each Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicles in the amount of $258,180.
Captain John Vick, Sheriff's Office. This is our annual purchase of cruisers for the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. This year, we're going with 6.
The question is, have you received the allotment from last year?
We just did, in fact. So it's been tough going with cars. And actually, this year we had to do our own contract bid. Usually, we piggyback off state contracts, but the state contracts didn't sound like they were going to be done in time before the order cut off. So it's definitely been an interesting purchasing cycle for vehicles. So.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Call the roll, please.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Shore.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
And I apologize, I need to step out for a moment, and my vice chair will take over.
Next is 6H, recommendation from the purchasing agent and county youth services center to award and execute a purchase order to Safeware for a full body scanner in the amount of $165,867.37.
Anyone here to speak on this issue?
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please read the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. I is in agreement with the State of Nebraska Department of Education for the National School Lunch Program and related programs at the Lancaster County Youth Services Center.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. J is a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Department of the Interior, U.S. Geological Survey for joint funding of water resource investigations. The agreement is for the operation and computation for records of 4 stream flow gauging stations, which are Salt Creek, Little Salt Creek near Lincoln, Stevens Creek near Lincoln, and Rock Creek near Ceresco. The county will pay $13,730 for the services.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. K is a lease agreement between Lancaster County as lessee and the City of Lincoln Transportation and Utilities as lessor for the office space and facilities for adult probation located at 901 West Bond Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. The cost of the county is $80,150.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. L is licensure renewal application with the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services for the operation of the Lancaster County Mental Health Crisis Center. The county will pay $250 for the renewal licensure.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. M is an agreement with Tamara Jo Dirks, MS, LMHP, CPC, LADC to provide drug and alcohol abuse and mental health counseling services at the Lancaster County Mental Health Crisis Center. Compensation will be $90 per evaluation completed and $35 per hour for services other than evaluations.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 6N is network provider contract with the Regional Behavioral Mental Health Services at the Mental Health Crisis Center. The county shall be reimbursed $1,241,397 for the services.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. O is an agreement with the National Safety Council, Nebraska, for use of NSCN's computer-based learning course for its online defensive driving course. The cost of county should not exceed $63,700.
Good morning, Kim Etherton, Director, Lancaster County Community Corrections. We are reducing this contract. We used to contract with the National Safety Council for 5,000 courses a year. And our numbers have gone down so much, which was discussed during my budget hearing, that we've reduced that to 3,500. In the event we need more, we can purchase them at cost. But this is an effort to kind of reduce that number, so.
Well, reduction is always a good thing. So,
Sometimes.
anyway, move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. P is an agreement with Elizabeth Kester for the provision of psychoeducational class instruction to participants in the Lancaster County Community Corrections Program. The cost of county is not to exceed $13,000.
And this is my contract that I have with an outside individual to provide psychoeducational classes for our general diversion programs. Generally speaking, we don't pay Elizabeth $13,000 a year, but in the event we need her, the funding is there, so.
Thank you for that explanation.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Q is a grant award number 23-EB-0623 with the Nebraska Crime Commission for funding in the amount of $191,035.
Good morning, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Lincoln Lancaster County Human Services. This grant funds three primary things. The first one being 2 crisis therapists at Cedar Shelter. The second one is an after-school program at Lincoln High that's run by the Hub. And then the third one is the Crime Commission has asked our county again to facilitate a statewide juvenile justice conference. So that is what this funding goes towards.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. R is a road maintenance agreement with Gannett Trucking and Excavating, Inc. in the matter of soil excavation at North 112th Street and Havelock Avenue.
Good morning, John Barry, Lancaster County Engineering. This is basically it's a renewal of their road maintenance agreement for their Oak Valley mining site, which is at the 112th and Havelock Avenue. It's one of the requirements to renew their special permit.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. S is a road maintenance agreement with Gannett Trucking and Excavation, Inc. in the matter of soil excavation at South 68th Street and Sotillo Road.
John Barry, Lancaster County Engineering. Again, this is a renewal of their road maintenance agreement with Gaina Trucking for their Cottonwood site, which is at 68th and Saltillo, and it's also one of the requirements to renew their special permit.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 6T is an agreement with JEO Consulting Group, Inc. for an on-call wetland delineation, permitting and related services at county construction sites. The cost of county shall not exceed $30,000.
Pam Damon, Lancaster County Engineer. This is our annual agreement for general wetlands permitting. A lot of people don't realize that we have wetlands on many of our sites, and so whenever we do encounter wetlands or the possibility of endangered species, we do utilize this contract in order to do the permitting so that we can construct our projects legally.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. U is an agreement with Alfred Benish and Company for the professional engineering services related to replacement of County Bridge F-181. The cost of the county shall not exceed $183,194.50.
So Bridge F-181 was built in 1972 for $48,000. It's interesting that we're now paying more than that, much more than that, just for the engineering design for the bridge. It is a concrete T-beam. It has a number of issues associated with it. It is rated poor. It is located on Northwest 40th Street and West Waverly, as indicated here on my poor bridge map.
Move approval.
Second.
Seeing no questions, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. V is an agreement with the Shammer Associates, Inc. for professional engineering services related to replacement of County Bridge S-59. The cost of county shall not exceed $107,128.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. Bridge S-59 was built in 1939. It is an I-beam bridge. What's interesting about it is our I-beam bridges built in the World War I, World War II era, the beams are very small. And so it's a problem. This bridge is also rated poor and is scour critical. It is located just north of the village of Roca.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. W is recommendation from the Personnel Policy Board to do the following: create county rules, Rule 17-26, referral pilot program, and Rule 17-24, education loan forgiveness.
All right, the referral pilot program is a program that would offer a referral bonus for those someone in those classifications referring a person that was hired. The payments happen at 6 months and a year, and we think it'll be a good recruiting tool to help us hire in those commissioned deputies. So. Loan forgiveness, the change there is adding in our psychologist position. We've been struggling to recruit that for quite a while, so we're hoping by offering loan forgiveness, we will be able to entice someone up to $75,000 that needs that loan forgiveness to take a look at our position. So.
And this is something we instituted a while back to help with very hard to recruit, particularly I think it's medical, usually medical related, because the education requirements we need to fill those positions. So it's just extending it to another position.
Correct. We're just adding the psychologist in. That's all we did was add that title as one that's eligible. It's the same program.
Yeah,
Yep.
great. Well, it's a good recognition of the realities people are dealing with out there. I move approval.
Yeah. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 6X is a recommendation from the Personnel Policy Board to amend the Workplace Response to COVID-19 Human Resources Policy Bulletin.
And this is specifically to address the CDC guidance that came out around like the correctional, community corrections, or I'm sorry, not community, county corrections, making masks optional for people who would prefer to wear them. So it just keeps us in line as we have been with the CDC guidance specifically to juvenile detention and then corrections.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 7 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business, not on agenda, may do so at this time.
Is there anyone here to speak on any issue not on the agenda? Seeing none, go ahead.
Next is announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Tuesday, September 6, 2022, immediately following the Board of Equalization meeting in room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will not hold a staff meeting on Thursday, September 8, 2022, due to NACO Southeast District meeting. The following meetings will be held on Tuesday, September 13, 2022, at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. This is the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners regular meeting at 9 a.m. and the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners staff meeting immediately following the Board of Commissioners regular meeting. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, September 13th, 2022 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building regarding amending the 1 and 6-year road and bridge construction program for fiscal years 2021 through 2026. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will attend the broadband meeting Wednesday, September 14th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. at the Firth Community Center. County Commissioners can reach at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV, the City Government Access Channel. Link TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV, Lincoln, YouTube, and Facebook. In addition, Link TV apps are available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk staff. Printing options are available upon request. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, August 16th, 2022.
Move approval.
We have a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion
And
carried.
I did want to announce that we did move right into the Board of Equalization meeting here. So just so that you know, this is the Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, September 6th, 2022.
Motion carries 4-0. Next are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move we approve the additions and deductions.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Number 3 is 2022 homestead exemption applications. Late filings. This includes Cheryl N. Seneff, Jack C. and Kate Riggins, Stuart and Mary Lee Olson, Beth A. and Les A. Middendorf, Nancy Miller, Virginia Reckert, Jean Jordan, Marilyn and Dick Headley, Royland Sullivan, Cheryl Christensen, Gretchen K. Peterson, Galen D. Miller, Bob Whitstruck, Carol Massa, William M. Shelburne Jr., Lyle E. Davis, Janet Lindquist, Marilyn A. Herman, Robert Parsky, Guy and Marjorie Kleinsasser, Randall and Margot Liebers, Margaret Okra, Augusto and Priscilla Priscilla G. Salazar, Larry D. and Susan Schmalley, Arlen B. Stevens, Carita M. Baker, Gerald and Shirley Morrison.
Good morning, Scott Gaines, Deputy Assessor, Register of Deeds. These are 27 homestead applications that came to us after the June 30th filing deadline. State statute allows them to file by July 20th, and then the board is allowed to extend that deadline to July 20th for these applicants. We're recommending that you do that and approve these applications. The only caveat in the statute is that you can't get this extended time frame for 2 consecutive years, so none of these applicants are in that position. So we do recommend all 27 of these applications be approved for late filing.
Thank you for that explanation.
Good information.
I move approval of these 27 applications.
Second.
Might ask if anybody wants. I don't know why they're here.
Is there anyone that wanted to speak on this? We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
I just feel like there's a, sir, did you come to speak on the homestead exemptions? I felt like I was getting a signal from you that.
Yes, sir. I'm guilty.
You'll have to come up, sir, you'll have to come up to the microphone.
I'm sorry.
And
Take a few seconds. Yeah, I'm Dick Headley. I was a day late in filing. I'm guilty. Stupidity on my part, but I've got a lot of that. But in any event, my wife is 85 to 90% disabled. I take care of everything for her. In any event, things got a little ahead of me.
well, Mr. Headley, I mean, your wife's lucky to have you. A very fortunate lady.
Right.
But you were on the list that we just approved the homestead exemption for.
So I'm glad we had this opportunity to extend that.
To clear, yeah. Our hands are very much tied on these things, but there is a grace period, and you missed the initial deadline, it appears, but you got in under grace period. So kudos to you for recognizing and responding to that. And we did you were on the list of 27 people. We just approved your homestead exemption.
You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
Well,
coming in.
bless you for all you're doing, sir.
Yeah, thank you for
Helps.
coming in.
Yeah.
Next is number 4, public hearing. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications. This includes American Red Cross, Lighthouse, Inc., Bridge Behavioral Health, Inc., Lincoln Christian School, Bryan Medical Center, St. Monica's Home, Vital Services, Inc., the American Legion, New Bethel Bible Way Apostolic Temple Church, Cedars Youth Services, Lin Kuang Buddhist Center, Sisters of Mary, Queen of Mercy.
Is there anyone wishing to speak on these motor vehicle tax exemption applications? Oh, we'll open the public hearing on these motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Is there anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, we'll close the hearing.
Next is number 5. This is action on the following motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval of the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next is number 6, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business, non-agenda may do so at this time.
Is there anyone wishing to speak?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
I assume we're gonna have to sign before we start the staff meeting?
Yeah.
I would say.